stuff happens in life.
Mm-hmm.
We get those unexpected oopses. Somebody backs into our car and they don't have insurance, or we get a flat tire, or there's a medical expense. And we talked about those budgets and the 25 and the 15, and yet a lot of times people face situations where there's that unexpected expense. There's the frustration that comes along with that. But what does that do to our plan?
Well, the real challenge with ADHD is very, very simple in this regard. Is we cannot be reactive people.
Sure.
We cannot live in the moment like we want to. You have to be proactive.
Sure.
You have to have an emergency fund. So some random Tuesday you rear end somebody, you can't go, oh, what do I do? You would simply go, it's what the emergency fund is for. So that's the big challenge, and that's why 10% of your take-home pay needs to go towards either A, accumulating an emergency reserve, that's the saving component, or B, if you have a lot of debt, that 10% needs to be going to paying down debt. And so for me, it's about proactive, reactive. If you live in a reactive manner, if you live in the moment, then you're going to face more financial disasters than you ever want.
Sure.
When something bad, when you have an oops, when life happens, the luxury you have when you plan is to go, well, that's what that money's for.
Sure.
And when you find yourself saying that, you build confidence and the momentum starts. It's all about the emergency is never in the event.
Yeah.
It's in the reaction.
That's a good point.
And so, if you blow a tire out and you don't have money, then the emergency is the fact that you have to go into debt, not that you blew a tire.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
That's great. That's a great answer. And I think that it speaks volumes to those that have ADHD because we are a little bit more reactive than proactive. And yet I think that it really does come back down to being aware.
Sure.
Aware of how you spend, aware of how you respond to certain situations. When the holidays roll around, being aware of the fact that you're a spender and a gift giver, and being proactive is seeking out a site like Pete's and getting the stuff that he's got available. And I know you've written a couple books, and you want to talk about those just for a brief moment.
Probably the best one in terms of certainly this audience and what we're dealing with. It's a book called "What Your Dad Never Taught You About Budgeting." It's the most lighthearted read you'll ever have in your life about budgeting. It's very easy to understand.
Are there pictures in there, Pete?
There is a graph. There's one graph.
Yeah.
I think my designer made me put a picture of myself in the back. I may have talked her out of it. I don't remember now. But yeah, so that's a good one. 60 Days to Change. I've got that book, which is 1 tip a day for 60 days.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so 60 Days to Change. All available at PeteThePlanner.com/PeteMart.
PeteMart. Okay.
PeteMart.
I like that.
I stole that idea from the Walton family.
Are you talking about the house and the goodnight?
No, Walmart.
Oh, gotcha.
It's different.
I'm a little old.
It's all right.
Some people probably won't get that reference. But
yeah.
Well, hey, Pete, thank you so much for coming down and letting me interview you. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to benefit from this. And, I think that it all really sums up to one thing. We got to keep moving forward.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.